bloom. Have you ever been in a job, position, or a room and felt that nagging guilt that you just don't belong? Even at the height of achievement, imposter syndrome, it's real. Keynote speaker and confidence coach Simone Knego joins us now with some tips to owning your success with confidence. Simone, so good to see you.
Great to see you.
It's so true, right? No matter where we seem to get in our career, our life, there's always that thought, ooh, and so many celebrities now, they're coming out saying that they feel the same thing. So what can we learn as they're so vulnerable about admitting that they also suffer from imposter syndrome?
I think it's important that we talk about it.
Yes,
right? I mean,
agreed.
We like to hide things behind the scenes. We like to perform, but it's so important that we come forward and say, hey, like, I'm struggling with this.
Right.
And because there's always a fix for something, but you have to be able to talk about it.
Ooh, that's a good point there. And I think sometimes maybe we're taught when you're young, you're strong, you don't show your emotions. That gives you the power that so many people want, but that's so not true. I feel the more we can connect with people and just say, hey, we're all just kind of wading through life, the better.
It's so true. So, you know, when we're kids, we're told, oh, you know, you're the pretty one, you're the smart one. And then you feel like you have to live up to those expectations your whole life. So if your parents told you were smart, but then you start doing bad in school, you feel like you're not good enough.
Right.
And so it's all the enoughs, not smart enough, not good enough, not pretty enough. And it's really taking that step back to say, none of this is true. Like, we need to be authentically who we are.
That's so true, because you're trying to live up to somebody else's expectations. And a lot of times you don't even know those people's expectations that you're trying to live up to.
And it's so true with, you know, when we talk about celebrities, they're under so much pressure, right? They're at the top of their game. And so they have to show up a certain way. They have to look a certain way. And you see what happens, like when a celebrity goes out and they're not wearing makeup and everything, people criticize right away.
Oh yeah,
right?
The couch warriors at home
Yeah,
that sit there and feel the
exactly.
need to say, I think that's, I don't know who can take the time to write something negative about somebody they've never even met, and it has nothing to do with them in the first place, but there are ways to get our confidence back. Tell us about the REAL method.
So it stands for respect yourself, embrace your failures, ask yourself what you want, and live without limits. And the self-respect piece really dives into exactly what we're talking about today, and that we need to show up as ourselves. We need to take the time for ourselves. We need self-care, all the things, and not looking at what anybody else says or anybody else thinks about us.
And be able to own that. Now, you have some tools that we can use right now, because I think no matter what situation we're in, we don't have to be celebrities to be feeling this. What can we do to take control and get our control back?
Yeah, I mean, so many women feel this way. They say 75% of executive women have experienced imposter syndrome. I believe it's higher than that.
Same.
But first thing is the way we talk about ourselves, right? I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I'm just a volunteer. Drop the just, right? Embrace who you are. And second one is when you're having a mindset issue, which we all do, it's Control-Alt-Delete. Understand that you have control of your thoughts, not what comes in, but what goes out. Like, what are you really doing with that thought? Alt is about alternative. Tell yourself a better story. Instead of telling yourself that you're not good enough, yes, you are.
Yes.
And finally, delete. Delete the habits and beliefs that don't serve you. Delete the comparison game.
I love that, and that's something that we can remember just in a moment and make us at least stop and think and reconsider. Simone, always great information. It goes by too fast.
So fast, but thank you so much for having me here.
Of course, and of course, Simone is the author of Real Confidence. Stay with us. We'll be back with more Bloom right after the break.